celebrates the smaller channels who are working to bring down the cult to protect human rights. To the moon celebrates the smaller channels, the ones who need more attention and are out there more and more. If you want Scooter Month to show a small channel, instead of clips and links, since you were making clips and sharing links, it's easy to do. Whether you protest and or watch that needs you.
Hi. Wait, this is really kind of high. There we go. Okay, that's a little better. Hello. Welcome in. Sorry I'm late. Got into a really good discussion. Almost lost track of time. I know you know who I'm talking about because no, you don't all know who I'm talking about, but one person knows who I'm talking about, and that's okay. It's between you and me. So let's just say Scooter needs to be mindful of the clock, and on Monday afternoons, put on the do not disturb. Because having a really good gab session with a friend makes me lose track of time completely. It's all my fault because I'm the one who has the ticking clock. But no worries. I will be happy to continue that conversation on another day of the week, just not on a Monday. Or when I'm modding my 1,000 channels, I think it is up to now, right? Somewhere around there. Okay. Enough about that. It's nowhere near 1,000 channels. 500 maybe? No. Okay, anyway, enough of me poking fun at myself for being late, which, by the way, I hate being late. It is a pet peeve born from experience with a mother who was always running late. So fuzzy. I am anal about the clock, okay? This is something you may not have known about me before, but now you do. Listen, when a parent who will be late for her own funeral by a year leaves you standing all dressed up on a downtown busy street, you tend to be a little conscious about the clock growing up from there when you're a teenager. Yeah. So yes, umpteen years later, I'm not doing the math. I still have a problem with it. Okay. Yes, I am a classic Canadian. Sorry is like one of our first words. Thank you, Cricket. I know you. I knew there would be at least one person out there who would totally understand where I am coming from. So there. All right. So welcome in, everyone. I'm sitting a little lower today. I didn't pull out my cushion. I'm probably going to regret it later, but it helps my posture, which is why I usually sit on it. But see, this is the day for sidetracking, apparently. Anyway, I'm sitting a little lower today, so if it looks a little different, that might be why. Thank you, Fuzzy. I appreciate your forgiveness. I have a working mouse that was fully charged as of this morning, so I should not have to deal with trackpad emergencies today. Welcome in, everyone. Okay, so we have Cricket and Fuzzy, and we have Style, and we have Eyes, and I believe Antics was here. She may have left and will come back because she was early and I was not. So I am sure that more people will mosey in, and as you are very good at doing, I know that you will welcome in other people. And if there's anyone new, you will make them feel welcome and comfortable, and make sure that you bat them gently if they break any of the rules. So, no, I don't need to get my cushion. It's actually within arm's reach. I'm just choosing not to use it today. Thank you, eyes. Um, it's a great cushion. It's very good for posture. Um, but it's also made of like a vinyl-y, plasticky kind of material, and while it is a little cooler here today, it gets a little hot sitting on it, and I already have a hot cup of tea waiting off camera for me. That's going to raise the body temperature, as does clicking the go live button. So I don't need any excess heat generating today. So I'm skipping it. So I will be fine. Mostly. Okay, so hi Antics. I knew you were coming back. Welcome back in. All right, so welcome to the Scooter's Anti-Cult Report, where we focus on anti-Scientology channels with less than 1.5K subs. Mostly. I am happy to have you here. The purpose of this show is to boost positive attention to the smaller channels in the anti-Scientology community. No worries, Antics. If they are working to end the abuses of Scientology and not end others in the community, I would like to feature that work. I will also share some of the larger channels, but my focus will always be on featuring the smaller channels. Oh, and by the way, did anyone notice the microphone is working again? I do not know what the problem was. Everything was plugged in. It got unplugged and replugged, and apparently that's all that needed to happen. So, I hope you're all doing well. Gee, has there been much going on lately? Not much. I mean, I really had to work hard to come up with something for today. I'm kidding. Of course, you know that, right? Um, style. Big storm? Oh, okay. Well, stay safe. Hope you keep your power. 1,500 lightning strikes in an hour. Wow. That is wild. I do hope it bypasses Toronto because I don't need that kind of jump start. Okay. So, I do have quite a few clips and posts and stuff to show you. So, hopefully we will still end at my 7 o'clock, West Coast 4 o'clock, so that I can send you all over to Club Brain Fog after, because she's usually the only one who's live that I would send you to when I'm finishing. And yeah, at least I can remember, right? Sort of. Hi, Zippy. Welcome in. Okay, so first up, I would like to show you a post from Breaking Scientology. I am not going to read it because I don't trust my mouth, number one, and also because it is long, but the link is going to be in the chat for you. If it is titled "If Scientology Told the Truth," it is brilliant. Oh, Club Brain Fog is taking Mondays and Fridays off now, Fuzzy. Okay, so I guess I don't have anybody to room raid. That's okay. Listen, she's got to do what she's got to do, and that is fine. Absolutely fine. So anyway, I do encourage you all to go and read it if you haven't read it already. And if you have read it, go back and read it again, because if you're anything like me, you will pick up new little nuggets that you might have glossed over the first time around. And I find that it is quite beneficial. So welcome to my TED Talk, and thank you very much. Anyway, I found it really good, really pointed, and really informative. Not that it was like all brand new information, but just the way that they phrased it. I'm having a really hard time, can you tell, explaining what it is about this post that I really liked so much. So you're going to have to go and read it for yourself. Anyway, all right, let's see if I can, pull it together a little bit. I don't know why I might be slightly frazzled. Might have something to do with an extra 3 minutes that I took getting in here that I'm not going to mention anymore because Fuzzy will smack me. Now, they also, Breaking Scientology also did a video on the real purpose of security checks in Scientology. So I will share a clip from that with you. And in the meantime, I will try to pull myself together. I know. I'm going to title... Restream actually asks me to put my title in beside my name. And I always leave it blank, but I'm seriously considering Crazy Host or something. Maybe you guys can give me some suggestions on that. I want a funny title. Master of Muddles. I just spitballing. All right. Here's the clip.
Drawing from psychoanalysis, interrogation techniques, and behavioral psychology, sec checks involve repetitive questioning while the subject is attached to an E-meter, which measures galvanic skin response. This process creates stress and induces a suggestible... Drawing from psychoanalysis, interrogation techniques, and behavioral psychology.
That was a shorter clip than I recall. It's going to be one of those shows. Hey, listen, at least if I run over, I'm not, going into somebody else's time, right? All right. So please go and watch. Words are very hard for me today, apparently. Or perhaps I used the majority of my words already today. Scientology CrimeWatch. Now, I don't know when this channel came on the scene. Hi, Adam. Scientology CrimeWatch. Does anyone know when they came on the scene? Was it a name change, maybe? I don't know. But I am curious. Not that I'm trying to dig into who's behind the channel, because quite frankly, it's none of my business until somebody makes it my business. Thank you, Zippy. However, hi, Becky. I do find their content quite interesting. So you may start seeing a little more from them. Just, forecasting future shows. But I do think that they are a channel to watch. Anyway, let me share a short with you from them, and you may understand what I'm talking about.
A psychiatrist from Mexico was coming up. I don't know the guy's name. Seems like it started with an M or something like that. But he was coming up to San Francisco, and he was going to give a speech to other psychiatrists at the Hilton Hotel there, which is just right around the corner from the org. They had some kind of a convention. He was their main speaker. And the operation was, and a guy flew up from USGO who was going to do it. His name is Gary Lawrence. he wasn't very good at black ops. I mean, he wasn't as creative as my mind, you know. These were the kinds of things he thought of. Mine were a little more incisive and, you know what I mean, and effective as well. Like I had cam burns and that kind of thing, you know. But his, he couldn't think of ops like that to do to people, so he thought of things like LSD in their toothpaste, you know.
A little too flamboyant.
Yeah. So, and maybe that's the problem today. Maybe these guys down there aren't that bright, so they end up with things like the Minutemen and stuff like that. You know, this is what we'll do. We'll have a hit-and-run accident. Yeah, that's a good idea. You know, they went and got some LSD. The solution to this guy giving a speech was they're going to put LSD in his toothpaste. So therefore, when he got up to give a speech, you know, he would go on a drug trip, and everybody would think he was crazy. That was their plan. They got into his room, and I got back from my mission. And I heard about this, and I went, you guys are crazy, you know, because it wasn't that part. My junior was totally freaked out, you know. He was just having a moral cow over this thing, right? And the reason was, it wasn't so much the guy and putting LSD in the guy's toothpaste. It was the fact that the guy's wife was with him, and she was pregnant.
Yes.
And they put it in her toothpaste, too.
Yes.
You know?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that was horrible.
Yeah.
So what happened? What happened?
I didn't even want to hear. I said, I don't even want to hear what happened. You guys are crazy, you know. My junior was in a state to be tied, you know.
Because he had done it?
He participated in it, well, to some degree. I don't think he actually, I don't know because I wasn't there. You know, his name was Paul Elkins.
So, and I know that, hi Irish, welcome in. Hello Moose, my baby, how you doing? Or sorry, how y'all doing? I realize that the person speaking is already out to be talking about that, telling that story, but I still find his nonchalant tone really disturbing. Does anyone else feel that way? Is it just me? Because I don't know. That was just, maybe he's told it like a zillion times already, and so you know he's re-desensitized. I don't know, but it feels kind of creepy to me. Anyway, I will let you all tell me how you felt about that. That was just Anyway, and Irish, before I forget, I was on your replay crew. I don't think I commented. Yes, Becky, no big deal attitude. I don't think I commented because I often forget to. I did hit the like. So please know, even if I don't comment, this goes for all of you. If I might just click the like and forget to comment unless there's something really burning that I feel I need to say. A lot of times I don't bother to comment, but I am watching, and I don't mean that in a creepy kind of way. Those of you who are my generation or slightly younger maybe might remember that Police song, I'll Be Watching You. It's not like that, okay? But I do like to keep eyes on everyone. Oh, no worries, Cricket. You can watch it again later. I know what it's like. But I did want to put that out there that it's not, I'm not always just working from what people send me, especially now when people are actually sending them to me. I do watch a lot of streams, and because I honestly do support you, so I'm not just saying that, but I don't always have something brilliant or wonderful to say, so I just hit the like and off I go. Yeah. But Irish, I did want to let you know that I did watch your stream, and I might have clipped something for next show. Just saying. Anyway, yeah. So I'm not the only one who did find it kind of a creepy sort of attitude. And this is really not a criticism. I know that it could sound kind of like a criticism, but it's just something that I noticed that disturbed me because I have not been in a position like his. And clearly, you know, what were they? The Guardians, whatever they were, Guardians Office, and then OSA, they are the Department of Dirty Tricks. Change the name, the game remains the same. And for them to be sitting around, I mean, we know that they do it, but it's just kind of like, wow, they really did just sit around and come up with all these dirty tricks, nasty things to do to people because they disagree with them. I do believe he was out, Becky. I don't think that he would have allowed himself to be filmed discussing that in such detail and using someone's name if he wasn't already out. Unfortunately, like what you saw of the short is all there is. So I honestly don't know the background of that interview because it did seem to be an interview, and I can't imagine anyone doing an interview like that with an outsider if they weren't also out. So anyway, wow. Maybe it's a good thing that CBF isn't going live today, because if I keep stopping like this after each thing, we're never going to get out of here. But it's just, wow. I do enjoy having a conversation with all of you, as such as they are, with me being on camera, which is, just my favorite thing ever. And you guys safe typing on your phones or computers. Okay. So, moving along. And if anybody does find out more information about that interview or about Scientology CrimeWatch, please let me know. Like I said, I'm not trying to out anybody or dox anybody. I'm just genuinely interested in knowing more about how they're gathering these things. I mean, for all I know, it could be, but Mark Bunker would just put it on his Xenu TV channel, I would think. So I'm just literally thinking out loud now. Okay. So ScientoloGeek and Lara FM did a couple of videos recently, live streams, where they were viewing drone footage of the ranch. And that, of course, would bring up memories for Lara. So I have a little clip here for you. And this is coming to you from Scientologeek's channel. So enjoy.
Whatever, or de-weeding this gully and see how clean, and we cleaned all this out and put a bunch of rocks and like a whole pattern. It's so wild, so much work. I look at this ranch and it's all work that kids did.
Did y'all have Saturday renos?
Yep, all day Saturday renos. And then if we met our targets, we were able to go into the swimming pool. Man, I remember running down into the creek right there. Look at those rows, you see? Put it back. Look at, I don't know why I'm so impressed with the fields.
Because you know the true level of dedication that was put into that shit.
Whatever, or de-weeding this gully and see how clean and we.
So, I hope that Lara is looking after herself. Hi, Journey. I hope Lara is looking after herself while she's doing deep dives like this, because I cannot honestly imagine uh, all the stuff that brings up. Hi, Jamie. I'm sorry I didn't see you at first. Um, and so, as I would with anyone who is deep diving into a traumatic past, I would just wish for them healing and hope that they are protecting themselves in the process. Yeah, it is heartbreaking, eyes. That's a very good way to put it. Um, okay. My empathy button seems to be a little closer to the surface today. Okay. Sorry, give me just a sec here. In the meantime, I am going to show you a clip from Journey. So good timing, Journey. She has been back at it with the map work, and look at what they control in Clearwater. Perhaps I could bring up the clip a little faster. So, okay, here we go.
.2C are Wise Company owned. We're going to talk about this 2 block, and then we're going to go this way. Yep, we're going to go at the end. This part is all of Don La Leva. So this is all
That's a weird clip. Sorry about that. So Journey, if I'm understanding correctly, because multitasking is a problem. That area is it Wise properties that you were looking at in that, or was that Scientology and some was Wise? Because I was a little confused about that. Okay, Irish, get some sleep. Thank you for popping in. I appreciate it. No worries, Journey. You know what? There are many things I could do better. Whether I will or not still it remains to be seen. Anyway, I mean, even looking at it at the angle, all Wise. Okay, looking at it with the view that you gave us, though, really shows it's literally 2 blocks one direction and 4 in the other direction, and it's all Wise. Just think how many of their groups Scientology uses just in Clearwater to take over and hold the town or the city in a stranglehold. That's okay. I am clearly the brain is just going today. So, all right. So thank you very much for that, Journey. And just a reminder to you, Journey, and a reminder to myself, when Journey has finished her map work, I hope she's not like me and never considers something finished. I do want to have Journey on to interview her about the map work. All wise companies control everything around redevelopment plans. Wow. Okay. Thank you. See, these are the kind of nuggets that you would only get doing the deep dive that Journey has been doing for like a year, more than a year now, I believe. And so that's why I want to have you on. I am definitely not an interviewer, but we could have a conversation that everyone can enjoy, where you tell me about some of the things that you discovered and what made you want to do that. Adam, downtown Clearwater is all wise and no wisdom. Leave it to Adam to bring the jewels forward. Okay. So, anyway, keep that in mind, folks, because I think well, I know I will be very interested to hear from Journey. And I think many of you would be as well. And I will be extremely honest, what Journey has been doing with all of that map work, no way in hell would you ever find me doing that, because I would end up bald. Because I would have been yanking my hair out long ago. And I like my hair most of the time, so no. All right, so let's see. Club Brain Fog. She has found a way to still be at the San Francisco org while healing her leg. And please watch this clip and enjoy her shutting them down. You know, there's nobody like brain fog.
Drop the popsicle people in the volcano, so they're not going to tell you about that one yet. Xenu bless. So just think about it. Body thetans, they're all over. They're like a plague all over your body. I'm sorry, I don't believe in them, so I don't have them. Have a good one. Xenu blast. Xenu drop the
She's quite the heckler. And now she's comfortable sitting in the car. And it's so funny because at first they didn't catch on to the fact that she was sitting in a car watching. And they left the curtains down for like ever. And then all of a sudden, they're running to put up the curtains. So they must have scouts now checking the cars to see where she might be. Hi, Cinderella. Oh, thank you, Cinderella. Yeah, this is the one thing that I really appreciate about the people in this community is everyone comes to it with their own gifts and abilities. And we can, for the most part, appreciate those gifts and abilities that we see in others. And oh my God, I got to stop that today because I will be a mess. Yes, CBF is a one-woman riot. She cracks me up. Sometimes I still don't understand what she's talking about because she speaks in her very own code and just leaves it to the rest of us to figure it out. But when I do understand, 9 times out of 10, she's cracking me up. So, and I'm very happy for her that she has found a way that is comfortable enough that she can sit for her hour and a bit, to be out there and still, do her protesting. Um, and, puppy cams, because we have to have the puppy cams. Yes, Becky, she really is hysterical. Anyway, so getting back to my point, I really do appreciate the things that other people are capable of doing that I am not capable of doing. And I honestly don't feel that I bring that to the community. But what I can do is highlight what other people are doing. So that's my contribution at this point. All right. So I do have more from Hitzel from last week. Well, let's just say Scientology is nothing if not predictable. All right. So there are 2 clips, and they're not terribly long. So please enjoy. And forgive me if I let them loop.
Do you think crimes against children should be reported?
I can't hear anything.
Okay, so that's the first. Bear with me. Woo. For some reason, I am in my feels today. All right, and oh wait, nope, that's not it. I'm skipping. Yikes. Sorry. It's not a scooter report if blah blah blah. That's not it either. Where the hell did it? No. Okay, hold up. Okay. Sorry. Give me one moment. I am very confused right this second. Where did it go? Where did it go? Does anybody remember that cartoon dog? Sorry, I'm not even looking at the chat and I ask you that question. Oop. Okay. I have it again. Becky, I'm not getting in my head. I'm just saying. And thank you, J-Bat, and welcome back in. I did see you come in. I just didn't have a chance to say hi to you. And hello, Heather. Okay. I have the clip now. I must have accidentally closed it. Don't know why, but stuff happens. Okay, here it is. Hi, Big Chief. So I'm just going to say this, and this is not a criticism of anyone. Oh, I think I know just what just happened. That's how I lost the clip. Anyway, I'm going to say this as a former smoker. I think I can understand why some Scientologists, probably most of them, who may or may not have started smoking because of Hubbard, might hold on to it, even if they might recognize that it's maybe not as healthy for them as Hubbard said. I'm just hoping that perhaps they might have that much recognition. Um, I mean, back in the 50s, doctors were actually offering cigarettes to their patients. So, I mean, it was a totally different time. I can, especially for staff and Sea Org, understand why they might continue smoking, because if you think about it, that's probably one of the only ways that they can take a break with a legitimate excuse. Legitimate as far as Scientology is concerned. And I can remember as back when I was a smoker and I was working in offices, and I'm old enough to remember a time where we could smoke at our desks, and then when we could no longer smoke in the buildings and we had to go outside. I can remember on certain jobs where maybe I wasn't as thrilled about my work or the company I was working for as one would want to be, that taking an extra smoke break, even when you didn't really need to have that cigarette, was a way to just sort of step away and collect yourself. So I'm just saying I can sort of identify with them wanting to hold on to the smoking. It's sad because they're just killing themselves slower and in another way, but still, yes, it is a stress reliever, even though nicotine nicotine is not actually a depressant. Um, there are other ingredients that are put in cigarettes, but not in vapes, that might have that effect. Um, but yeah, exactly, Becky. Um, people, because it is an addiction, and not to get off on yet another tangent, but nicotine is not really the part that we get addicted to. Anyway, or the harmful part that we get addicted to. Because we are satisfying that thing that we are dependent on, it does have a way of convincing us that we are calming ourselves down. So, I mean, apparently today is going to be all about me thinking things through live. I'm just saying that I can understand their perspective of smoking, but yeah, I hear they are too, Big Chief, and I'll tell you what, I couldn't afford to smoke today. I just could not. Yes, exactly. A smoke break is sometimes the only way to get outside. Exactly. And trust that they need to have an excuse to go outside, to stop what they are doing for just 5 minutes, because you know those cigarettes are being smoked as fast as they can, and they will chain smoke those buggers if they have to. Thank God I was never that bad when I was smoking, but yeah, they're not doing themselves any favors in the long run, but I can understand the momentary break that they are getting. Um, anyway, it is sad to see. Smoke break with Scooter Adam. Don't you dare. No. No new name. No. And by the way, if Krista watches this on the replay, I already owe her $3. I'm not changing my name again, okay? Not for quite a while. She's fining me every time I change my name. Nick at Night. Cricket. Yeah, it's sad, but I do understand it. There's a guy at my mom's rehab, can't have cigarette in the center, but can smoke. Whoop. I always take him too when I visit mom. I mean, that's very nice of you. And yet, before I retired, smoking was the best way to get all the tea on what was going on in the yard. I can believe it. I mean, when you put a group of anybody together, somebody's gonna, start talking somehow. And everybody else is gonna be ready to listen. Hi, Professor. I mean, yeah, I can remember getting caught up on stuff when I would go out for a smoke. Wow. Old SO days, roll your own with oh, yuck. Yeah, I mean, I recognize Zigzag, Bugle, I'm assuming is another brand of something, I don't know. But I get your meaning, Professor, even if I don't recognize the brands. I get what you're saying, and I can't roll a joint or a cigarette, but I had a cigarette rolling machine. So you got the prefab tubes and the tobacco, and you lined it up and you slid it into the tube. And I could sit and do like a pack of 20 in 10 minutes if I was doing nothing else but had the TV on or something. So I kind of get that. And yeah, you make it work. If you are that desperate for those cigarettes, you will make it work somehow. But $20 a pack. Oh my God. Oh. Adam. Smoke breaks in Scientology were called cool in the game. Yeah, I get it, Becky. I do. I get it. And he's probably at a point in his life where how much more time is he? Bugle tobacco. Thank you. I knew Zigzag were papers. He's probably at a time in his life where he probably doesn't really have to, worry about how much is left. And I hate to say it that way, but we all are going to reach that point in our lives. And I don't plan on going to any implant stations or coming back as a Scientologist or, any of that. But if it gives him a little joy, I suppose so. Anyway, and I truly am not one of those militant ex-smokers. I hated that when I was a smoker. And okay, Professor. Sorry, I'm being distracted in a number of ways. I am reading the chat and trying to stay on track, but also I can hear Midnight outside my door loudly protesting the fact that my door is closed. So my apologies. I'm just all over the place today. Welcome to the very professional Scooter Report, where we are lucky if I can stay on track to the end of the show today. Anyway, it's just sad all around. And yes, really, Professor? Implant stations are not real. Color me amazed. Thank you, Professor. Anyway, okay. So I totally lost what I was going to say. Oh, I refuse to be a militant ex-smoker because I hated that when I was a smoker. Also, partly because I knew what I was doing was bad for me and I didn't need to hear it from anybody else. And there were a few forceful people in my life, shall we say, that insisted on telling me so, and they knew me so well that they knew what they were doing was going to backfire because, as could predicted, I would immediately go out and have a cigarette. So I swore I would never be like that. But I might have ventured close to the line a few times with people that I care about, but not total strangers. Yeah, style. I think, I don't know. And, at 93, hey, she's made it that far. Let her enjoy it, right? If she's still enjoying it and she's made it that far, she's earned her enjoyment. Oh, okay. Enough about smoking. Except for this. When the love of my life was in his last days, his nurse at the hospital would let him out on the balcony to have a smoke. And I think that is a kindness at that point. Okay. This is not the smoking show. I know I started it, but just okay. We could probably go on about this for quite some time, and I would turn it into a panel, and we would all yap away, and we can do that another time. All right, so now I know she doesn't call herself Hel Geer anymore, but this is from her Hel Geer channel. So I thought I would share with you a little peek back at last year. Okay, I swear something is playing games with me, and I'm having even more trouble than usual finding my clips, but I found it. A little peek back at last year with the Chicago group. And I don't think they were actually in Chicago for this. I think they might have been in Battle Creek. Anyway, take a look at the ingenuity of Dip Me in Glitter.
And portable, yes. Can you demonstrate for our audience? Yes, even in the wind, it holds up. It's okay. The other side too. Yep. Woo! Family disconnection. Stop fair game. Light and portable, yes. Can you?
I think that might have been an umbrella handle. I'm just saying. Yes, I am aware that Hel Geer does play the guitar, and she is a rocker, absolutely. She is a very cool lady. But do not call her or Nana elderly, okay? Or me for that matter. Just, be forewarned. That word is not going down with us easily, okay? All right. So anyway, I wanted to show you that I had never thought of maybe using an old umbrella that didn't work anymore, or you only had the expanding, what do you call it, the post, for a sign handle. That is, honestly, I think that is brilliant. And I do like to share with you when somebody has a neat idea for, protesting. So there you go. Plus a little nostalgia for those of us who were watching back during that time. Now, Eyes to See gave us a heads up about a former Scientology recruiter who is telling her story with the Aftermath Foundation. Now, I know that not everybody is down with the Aftermath Foundation, and that is fine. But I will just tell you that our dear Phil Jones is now the executive director of the Aftermath Foundation. So that to me is a positive thing that is happening, and I can't wait to see what he does.
Greetings, everyone. So I'm not going to play the video, and regardless what you think of the Headleys, because we all know everyone has to tell all their opinions about everyone in this community, basically. Despite all that, this is, in my opinion, really good information. It's about this lady, Catherine, who just left Scientology recently, and she was what they call a body router. I don't know if I think that's the same as a recruiter, maybe. And she was located.
Go watch the rest. And if you are inclined to do so, check out the series that the Aftermath Foundation is now doing on Sundays. I've watched a couple of them, and with the exception of Phil's technical issues, because none of us have them, right? I think it's going to be an interesting series, and I am going to be watching. So I invite you to join me if you feel that you can do so. Honestly, while I don't agree with everything that has happened in the past with the Aftermath Foundation, I would like to believe that we are better today than we were yesterday. And if I can believe that about myself, then I need to allow for that for other people. That's all I'm saying. I'm not your mom. I'm not telling you what to do. Just food for thought. Yes, Becky. Left you wanting to know more. It actually is quite interesting. So I'm sure that you all know how to do a search on YouTube for the After Foundation or the Michael J. Rinder Aftermath Foundation. Because I'm sorry, I don't have the link ready for you. If my mods would like to find it, that's great. If they're not up for it, that's okay too. Because, I mean, I'm sort of the boss while they're here, but not really, because they're going to listen or they're not going to listen. My mods are my mods, but thank you, Cricket. You got me out of that one. I love my mods, but we are all very independent-minded people. So thank you, Eyes. And because honestly, it was a good reminder that I did want to say something about that. Oh, you're just decorations, Becky. Come on now. I have seen you post a link or two. So you're not going to get away with that for long. Okay, so now I'm going to suggest that you, thank you, J-Pat, that you might want to grab a tissue for this next clip. I have mine ready because it already got me twice watching the same clip. So, some of you will already know this. Lara FM saw her dad again recently. And so here we go.
Guys, look. So this was literally me and Ashley having fun. And they were like, okay, let's keep going. And then I see my dad and his wife. Yeah. Whoa. Phil Anderson. Look at how quick he turned away. What are you doing? What about you, Dad? What are you doing? Get out. What the fuck are you doing? Your wife? Wow, Dad. Wow. That was meant to be. That was my dad. Ashley, that was meant to be. That was your dad. That was my heart is thumping. Oh my God, guys. That was meant to be. I knew we should have said it. Shit. Play with the...
I hate that her heart keeps getting broken. I hate that for her. Just give me a moment. Okay. I know that Scientology does not allow really for close relationships with parents and children. But I can't help but look at it as a daddy's girl and how painful it would be if my father did something like that to me. So, okay. Let's move on to something that's going to get us fired up, shall we? Yeah, Journey, I agree. I mean, it could have been, at least she knows he's still alive. Because you know that Scientology is not interested in keeping her informed. All right, moving on. Now, I know that some of you already saw this. However, some of you may not have. And this is just a reminder that we all need to stay on our toes. And I'll talk more about this after the clip.
Sweet. So, man? Yeah, I see. I'm videoing you too. He's videoing you also.
Okay.
How you doing? Where are you on the bridge? Where are you on the bridge? Can you tell me something positive about Scientology before you go? You can see he's not real intimidated, is he? That wasn't very smart. You're gonna end up in the RPF.
So, now, I Yeah. That camp probably is at least 20 years old. um, so this is obviously not the first time we have seen them do stuff like this. Kudos to Manning for staying calm, and I am publicly saying I apologize for calling Manning stubborn, for not calling the police. I did not touch a Ciscara. Journey, you're on fire today. Admittedly, I was so angry that he had done that, that I was not thinking as analytically, maybe, as Manning was. And when he emailed me later and explained to me why he wasn't going to call the police, it made perfect sense. Yes, Fuzzy. Because now, okay, some people believe that Scientology already knows who all the protesters are. I'm not entirely sure that they do. I'm sure that they do know who some are, but I'm not sure that they know who everyone is. And maybe I'm a Pollyanna. I don't think so. Maybe I'm naive. I also don't think so, at least not a lot. But and I know that they have infiltrated governments before. Hello, they infiltrated the Canadian government as well as the US government at the same time. But I don't think that they know who all of us are. They might have a first name for some of us. They might have a full name for others. But he's right. If they don't have it, putting it in a report with the police is a surefire way to make sure that they get it over a minor assault or battery, where he was not actually injured. And yes, they should be penalized for doing something like that. Thank you, Fab Daddy. However, they're going to keep doing it anyway. It's not like they're going to pass the word, oh, we can't touch protesters anymore. They've been doing it for how many decades? It's going to keep happening, unfortunately, because that's Hubbard's policy. So, yes, they may very well escalate their violence. However, they're just as likely to do that even without the motivation of finding out his name. Yep, that is what happened with Cubs. Because they didn't have Cub's name. I'm not saying that they don't know who we are. Yeah, Becky. I think they might have, certainly many of us, they would have our screen names, maybe our first names. I have been called by my first name when I've been out protesting. Not that I encourage that, but it did happen a couple of times. If it was heard by the right people, they might have my first name. They might not have the right spelling for it because most people don't. Nevertheless, why make it easy for them? Exactly, Becky. Exactly. Can they find it? Yes. but I'm not making it easy. Exactly. There are some people who do in this community. So it is a risk that they might have my name, but I'm not going to volunteer it to them unless I absolutely have to. Something like that, I don't necessarily have to. So I get where Manning is coming from. I understand that not everyone is going to agree with him. Antics, of course Scooter is my name. So, it's actually funny, Antics. I do look up when someone says the word scooter in my real life now. So, hey, at any rate, I get where he was coming from. I didn't in that moment, but when I read his email, I understood it, and I thought I would share that. Not everyone is going to agree, and I totally get that, and that's okay. I'm not here to change your mind. I'm just here telling you what he told me and that I understand. Okay, you guys. Are you going to keep playing with my name? Oh, boy. I have not seen any good job titles coming up in the chat. You people are not working on that. You're just having too much fun. All right. So finally, Fab Daddy, I promise you, I will never call you daddy in real life. And I would expect you to look at me strange if I did. Oh boy. And some of the names that we come up with for ourselves never fail to crack me up. I mean, mine is really kind of bland in terms of screen names. Some are so funny that I cannot, it takes me a while before I can say them without laughing or read them without laughing. Scooty Mc... Okay, Antics. I'm not reading that one out loud. Thank you, Becky. I might occasionally do that. I might hit it hard in the comments sometimes. Canadians, I have to keep reminding you people, we are polite, not necessarily nice. And there was a line that I read recently in the comments of a video on from a YouTuber, a Canadian YouTuber. And in the comments, God, I hope I can remember this properly because I died laughing when I read it. Canadians have two switches. Sorry. And yeah, we do say sorry instead of sorry. Or I'll make you sorry. So I'm just saying, polite, not always nice. So I had you rolling, Becky. Oh, good. I'm glad you were entertained. Did I really just say that? I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yes, I remember that style. I do remember that. I don't know. Manning seems to have become a magnet for some of these. Maybe he needs to, see what's going on. Yeah, don't piss off the nice guy. Yeah, I mean, I would say that Manning kept his TRs in, but he never had that training as far as I know. He's just really good at staying calm in the situation, and good for him because that could have gone a whole other way. And it happened to him in New Hampshire when he got the drink thrown on him. Canadian Scientology book called 8008. Oh boy. Okay, so the final video that I want to share with you today is a short from Jessica Palmadessa. And don't let anybody tell you that this movement is dead, because it is not. People are still out there, including Jess. So take a look at this. And, since we're discussing everything today, tell me what you think about this.
Is that guy like trapped in there? What are you doing?
I'm from Italy. Go make some courses.
Yeah.
And they're trying to trap me.
They're trying to trap you?
Yeah, made Corinne. I'm arriving. It's Corinne.
Get out of the parking lot. Yeah. Who's Corinne? That was literally Toucan. What is going on? I don't know what's going on here. How'd you get Toucan's number?
I'm part of this.
You're part of it?
No, I was, but now I'm not more because my card expired. Expired February 2020.
So what does that card mean?
It's the introduction membership. Can we go a little far from here?
Yeah, hold on.
I don't feel that safe. They're trying to trap me.
I have no words. That is wild. I mean, great catch for Jess. How many of us into that situation? When I saw that, because that clip was sent to me, yeah, J-Bat. And her being there and recording at that moment probably helped him to get away more easily, because they know who she is. Wow. So what's new with you guys? Today is just kind of one of those shows where I guess I'm doing a lot of thinking and feeling today. I don't know. And clearly I have run over the amount of time that I allotted for the show, but hope you guys don't mind. But that was wild. I truly do not know what else to say about that other than holy crap. So I think that we kind of have run the gamut on the clips that we've had today. And okay, so you guys are going to get on me if I self-deprecate again. But seriously, I would watch the show for the clips, not the hostess. But holy crap. Yes, I do think that Jessica is a caring person. She's also kind of, yeah, she has a dry sense of humor, and she can really go with the acid tone if she wants to. Uh, but yeah, I would think that she might very well have found him help and just there was no need to put it on video. So what can I say? Good on her. All right. I don't see any job titles in the chat, and I don't think my chat has frozen. Nope, it hasn't. Just check the phone too. So you guys have really outdone yourselves with my job title there. If you think of something, you can email it to me. I want to put something funny in the title section. I really do. We can all have a chuckle over it. And we can maybe change it around here and there. Why not? Yeah, it really was amazing, eyes. I talk about timing. That's for somebody who can talk a lot, I am really having a lot of moments of silence here today. Thank you, Becky. At any rate, I hope that you enjoyed today's show, the extended version. Thank you to those who send me clips and links and timestamps, or links with timestamps. Because if you send me a link and you don't send me a timestamp, I don't know what I'm looking for. And although my daughters used to think I was, I am actually not a mind reader. But it really does help me to gather the show together and make it a lot easier for me to focus and pull it together and bring it to you. And yeah, those were some great clips, and I'll tell you honestly, I think I only gathered maybe 2 of them. So thank you to my clip donors. Special thank you to my mods as always. You keep the train rolling on the right track, and you might not keep me on the right track, but you back me up, and I so appreciate it. Yeah, Becky, I try to know your next move when you're out there. But you know, you've thrown me for a loop a few times. So, anyway, thank you all for being here. Those of you on the replay, this includes you. I appreciate your support for me and for all the streamers, all the small channels, the big channels too, everyone that you support. Very much appreciate it. So I will say thank you all. I had a lot of fun. Of course, there were some tears, just a couple. Thank you for crying with me, because I know that there were probably 1 or 2 of you out there who were crying with me on at least one of those clips. Thank you very much. Zippy, thank you. Enjoyed the show and the ooh. I'm not sure what that was supposed to be. And the company. Okay, thank you. Oh boy. See, I can't predict everything. I can't interpret everything. Thank you, Style. All right. So take care of each other. Have a good week. And remember, and say it with me, like who you like, watch who you want to watch. After all, we're not in a cult. And I will see you next time.
School the mom celebrates the smaller channels who are working to bring down the cult and protect human rights. School the mom celebrates the smaller channels, the ones who need more attention and are out there more and more. If you want School the Mom to show a small channel, send her clips and links, since you are making clips and sharing links is easy to do. Whether you protest